Hello. I am in the mood for some extra corporal bashing this month, and it's been a minute since I've talked about Walmart. I was fired from Walmart in February of last year, and I'm still feeling the effects of it. I was fired because I was misled by management and lack of communication from my direct supervisors. I was told twice when I was first hired that the days that I would be mostly working was Wednesday through Saturday, 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. I was an overnight stalker. It's been all of 14 months, and I'm still trying to find a job that is at least secure and decent paying. I recently held a job for about 3 months with Dollar General, but because my hours were getting cut and some extra convincing from my family, I decided to give that up. The cruel job market in my area has me competing like a hungry cat, about to receive a dish of wet food. God, I don't know how cats can eat that slop, but I digress. Unfortunately, it seems I'm always the last to be served, and by the time my turn to lick up some wages comes, it's already dry and nastier than it already was. All work is dirty work, as they say, but a lot of us aren't given the opportunity to work a good quality job. Using the cat food analogy, Walmart is basically between good and dry, with a 50% chance of finding a razor within each bite. By razor, I mean a supervisor that's had an absolute shitty day, and they take it out on you even though you had nothing to do with why they're pissed. Or maybe you do, even though whatever it is you did, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like leaving a pallet of cardboard by the baler, and going back out to get more, so you can just throw it all in one go. Maintenance team lead at my store was a fucking dick. But back to the topic of the lies from management, it turns out I'm not the only person that Walmart has lied to. Something I think should be pretty obvious. Between 2.3 million employees, someone's had to have gone through the same bullshit I went through more or less. But let's take a look at the Walmart subreddit. What is the biggest lie you were told in orientation? This is one that I don't really have an answer for because when I first started working at Walmart, I was super excited to be making double what I was already making at my old employer in the deli. I went from being paid federal minimum wage to almost $15 an hour, so I was probably too excited, and so my judgment was clouded, and I actually thought the company's best interests were in line with my own. No. But here's a big one. It's easy to advance if you want it. This lie is told pretty much everywhere in retail, and it's literally only told to get people's hopes up. You get ahead by knowing the right people. I have seen this for myself. Here's a lie that you should always take as a red flag no matter how good your coworkers and bosses treat you. That we are like family. If we're talking about a family with toxic parents, then sure. But last time I heard, a family doesn't disown you for not eating at the dinner table or showing up at the family reunion. Something that Walmart even hates. Apparently just the sound the word union makes as it comes out of someone's mouth is enough to tie up manager's panties in a bundle. Even Walmart's core values are a big lie. Respect, service, excellence, and integrity. Especially respect and integrity. Respect, because team leads, coaches, and managers typically respect their employees. They don't. They literally see them as robots, NPCs that don't require restroom breaks, lunch breaks, vacation time, sick time, bereavement, maternity leave, aren't affected by natural disasters such as tornadoes, blizzards, hurricanes, and other such situations, and can just be there when one of the managers decides to change their schedule last minute. Literally just looking at the Walmart subreddit, I saw a post where one guy's store is barring associates from taking bathroom breaks except for on their 15-minute and lunch breaks. Before I worked there, my store had been barring people from taking their 15-minute breaks and got in trouble with OSHA or someone and had to compensate their workers. Vacation time builds up at such a slow rate that associates get 2 weeks off after 6 years. Sick time and bereavement will count against you because of their point system, and you get 5 points. Each instance of calling in counts as half a point, which to me is bullshit, and they don't fall off until after 6 months has passed. If you're sick, why should that count against you in any way? If you have a weak immune system, that can really rack up some points. Same with natural disasters. If you can't make it in because you're not willing to risk your life and drive on slick roads to come in and make a multi-billion-dollar company even more billions of dollars, why should you be punished? Are we not allowed to be sick? Are we not allowed to have blizzards and tornadoes hit our town? Stupid. Last but certainly not least, maternity leave. Walmart is known to just fire female associates when they get pregnant, instead of pay maternity leave. But sure, yeah, respect is one of Walmart's core values. The only thing they respect is the money coming out of the wallets of customers. Integrity. Last time I checked, integrity was defined as being honest and having strong moral principles. Honesty is nowhere in Walmart's code of conduct, at least not for the higher-ups. It was around this time last year that I filed for unemployment against Walmart. I remember falling into such a deep pit of depression and feeling levels of hate that I didn't know I was capable of. But not only did they lie about the set schedule, straight to my face twice, months, and then took away my source of income, leading to me falling into debt with my phone company and my car insurance company, and ultimately us being evicted and having to move in with my grandmother, but they kept that under wraps around the Department of Labor, and then said that I was constantly late and tardy. I was always on time. Fuck, I was coming in so early that they got on to me for it at one point. I didn't even have an issue with no-call no-show until around Christmas, and even then my second no-call no-show was because my car was plowed in from snow. So not only is Walmart extremely dishonest, but they have no moral principles. They would have laughed if I starved to death. Anyway, moving on. Another lie that Walmart often leads its associates to believe is that they can leave up to 9 minutes early without repercussion as long as they have everything finished. Well, this Redditor got coached for clocking out exactly 9 minutes before the end of their shift twice, despite having gotten everything done. This is probably because once you've completed your main objectives and workload for the day, Walmart wants you to stay that extra 9 minutes doing busy work, whether that's zoning or helping other areas of the store. Since I was an overnight stalker, this meant if I was done doing my area, which was snacks minus candy, because I guess candy isn't a snack but cereal is, if I was done doing snacks, I would usually be assigned to stock candy, grocery, seasonal, and lawn and garden, if not zoning. Walmart will squeeze every last drop of labor that they can out of you. If all you're doing is zoning or other forms of busy work and it's almost the end of your shift, then just go. Don't waste your time with that shit. Of course, since apparently Walmart doesn't actually mean 9 minutes when they say 9 minutes, wait until you've got like 5 minutes left of your shift to leave, just to be safe. That is, if you're trying not to get fired. Another lie, and this is something that I noticed the day I got fired, Walmart gives raises. I was told one time by a relative of mine that was working there at the time that we had all gotten a 50-cent raise. I started at $14.50 per hour. Ending wage, $14.50 per hour. So either that was a temporary raise or it was complete bullshit. Also, apparently we're supposed to get a raise after we had been working there 90 days. This was also non-existent, seeing as how I worked there for 7.5 months. PTO never accumulated for me either. One lie that I certainly noticed was that zoning tools exist. I don't remember seeing a single zoning tool during my time there, which is fine because I like using my hands for that task anyway. Another lie, a big one, the open door policy. You can talk to your managers about problems you're having in the workplace without fear of retaliation. Dude, Walmart's CBL on retaliation in the workplace sounded like they have a bloodthirst for any single person doing retaliation in the whole fucking company. But that shit was all over the place at my store. My relative worked there for 16 years and made a stink when she was retaliated against for whatever reason it was. And some higher up pulled her into the office and told her that she can trust that the company does not tolerate retaliation. I'm sorry, but we are not robots that can be reprogrammed once our AI systems become a little too aware of what's going on. We care about you. Walmart sure cared when I almost quit because the maintenance team lead was hounding me over cardboard. He left me alone for like a month before trying to start a literal shouting match with me. Walmart sure cared when they fired me for bad attendance, even though they were constantly changing the schedule on me and could have just told me that I had an extra day coming up, but didn't because I guess we're just supposed to check the schedule every week, even though we have a set schedule. But I don't know. I have a feeling they landmined my schedule as retaliation just because I couldn't make it in a couple of times. Here's another great big lie. Ethics can help you if you're having any issues at work. I emailed Ethics the day I got fired in a bid to get my job back, which I wasn't the most desperate for because of how corrosive and toxic the social environment was. When I emailed them, I also made sure to mention that the maintenance team lead and how he was making a negative work environment. I never heard anything back from Ethics. I don't even know if word of my email even reached my store. For all I know, that email is sitting in the I want my job back even though I pointed out folder. But Ethics is known for this shit. They will ignore associates when they're having issues with other associates and team leads, and if anything will instigate the situation further, even in cases where associates are facing sexual harassment, never mind regular old bullying. This is just some of the lies Walmart has told their employees, and unfortunately some associates, most of them probably new, are about to find out the hard way that Walmart's core values aren't what they seem. Perhaps they even have some customers believing that Walmart employees are happy with their job, when that couldn't be further from the case. If your cashier greets you with the brightest smile, who's to say they don't have some Gestapo-esque team lead watching them from afar or through the security camera, ready to berate them for not smiling bright enough. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kinda took one out of Camelot 331's book and looked at the Reddit. I'd like to make this a regular thing. Perhaps I'll do Dollar General next, maybe look at what fast food workers are having to deal with, maybe try to do a little more political stuff, but we will see on that. But if you like this video, please be sure to click thumbs up, share the video far and wide, leave some thoughts in the comments below. Are you a Walmart associate? If so, what's the biggest lie you've been told by the company? Please do subscribe if you'd like to see this kind of video more often, and click the bell to get notified when one drops. Also, you can now super subscribe by becoming a monthly contributor to my Patreon for just $3 a month. month. Benefits include exclusive goodies, art, and music. I have a demo out for my symphonic blackcore project, so if that sounds like something you'd be into, a link to my Patreon will be in the description. I have decided to cut the early access benefit because my brain is too stupid to manage early access, and yeah, everyone ended up getting last week's video a day earlier than I had intended. But I'll figure something out, I promise. But thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon for the next video. Bye guys.